Welcome to the Fall 2020 term here at CSULB, and specifically, welcome to our Phil 170 Critical Thinking course. Now, since we're an online-only course this term, I've tried to migrate all of the course resources over to Beachboard and to organize them so that you have as much structure and easy access as possible. So let's start by going over the main welcome homepage here. The welcome homepage has a news feed, and each week I will post what's going on in the class. That includes assignments as well as discussions about anything that's going on or needs to be addressed. On this side here, we've got my instructor profile for these courses. So I'm your instructor, Dr. Charles Wallace. This is my email link. My Zoom office hours are Thursday from 11 to 12:15, and you can get to that by clicking on the Zoom link. We have a GA Lorenzo for this class, and so his email is here. His office hours are 11 to 12:15, and that's the link to his Zoom office hours. I've modified the standard CSULB resources widget to include some other links that I think are important to students, and so it's good to have them here. So there's a link to the university final schedule so that you can quickly check your final schedules. There is a link to the cheating and plagiarism policy, which I hope at some point you have read and adhere to. There is the policy on withdrawals. There's a link to the ITS help desk, and I think this is an important link. If you're having difficulty with Beachboard or with the related programs for the course, then these are the people who provide your technical support for you. So there's a link right here where you can contact them and try and get help. There's a link also to ATS resources for students. And ATS resources, if you have some technology deficits, if you don't have a good computer, or you don't have a camera or a microphone, or you're missing a program, then ATS is the people to contact, and they'll see if they can't help get you some equipment or programs so that you're able to complete the term online. Below that is our calendar, and the calendar will be a running list of future assignments, when they become available and when they are due, so that that's always there and available for you right on that very welcoming homepage. If we click on a content tab here, I've migrated all of the elements of the syllabus as well as the syllabus itself into the content page. So if we click on our syllabus here, we can pull up a link to a PDF of the syllabus. Now, I still have things that I'm working on, lectures I'm creating, quizzes I'm creating for the entirety of the term, and so I will be modifying this syllabus, adding links when I finish particular bits of lecture or quizzes, and so I'll be modifying it throughout the term, but you're more than welcome to download it in its current form or whichever iteration that you have available to you at the moment. The course itself is organized into modules, and I indicate about how many weeks we're going to be spending on each module. Our first module here, Module 1, is just a general introduction to the course that describes critical thinking as an area of inquiry and instruction, and my particular orientation with regard to critical thinking and how the course itself gets structured and why. So there's a brief statement of lesson overview. There's a statement of learning objectives. There are links. This class orientation video link will be in by the time you get the video or download the syllabus or click on the modules. I'm doing it right now, and so I'll post it right as soon as I'm done. Then there are links, in this case, to chapters from the textbook that I'm writing, but we also have another textbook that you'll have to get either virtually or physically on your own. I'm trying to develop a complete textbook so the students don't have to pay for a textbook, and also because the textbooks aren't really particularly well designed, I think. And so for a good part of the term, particularly the first few weeks, we will be using chapters that I've written, but I haven't written all of them. And so eventually we will have to switch over to the Hurley book for some of the more traditional material, and you'll have to get a copy of it. Though as I note in the syllabus, a used copy is fine. There are also links to our lectures. I try to make our lectures shorter than a regular class period. I post them all to YouTube as playlists. I break them up into individual modules, and my rule is never more than 10 minutes a module. And this is actually, I think, one of the benefits of an online course like this, because you can go through the lectures at your own pace. You don't have to sit down and listen to Wallace prattle on for 75 minutes. Instead, you can break things up over time. You can go back and review parts of a lecture if you feel like you didn't follow it, or it's a little unclear, or you just want to review. Those resources are available for you during the entire term, and so you'll always have those lectures accessible to you. This is a enrichment assignment, the Study Habits Inventory. It'll link out to a web page that gives you instructions. When you complete the instructions on the web page, then you go and do a beach board quiz. And every module will have this same structure to it. It's also the same structure that I used in the syllabus. I should note this as well. So I have a bunch of optional extra credit assignments that allow you to earn extra credit points that are applied both to raw test scores and to raw homework scores. And so to indicate whether or not something is a regular assignment or an optional assignment, I'm going to adopt a color coding convention of using green for optional assignments and just regular blue for regular assignments. And then for tests, I'm going to use red so that you always know the nature of the assignment just by looking at it. You don't have to guess about it at all. If you want to get to the quizzes, but you're not in the content page, you can always go to the quizzes page, and the quizzes, as they become available to you, will be right here in front of you, and you can click on a quiz and complete it from here as well. There's a discussion forum and thread called Class Questions. If you have questions about the class, or you want some clarification about a lecture or the readings, then you can send me an email or come to my Zoom office hours. You can contact Lorenzo by email or come to his Zoom office hours, or you can post something here on this discussion thread. And for emails in the discussion thread, I will try to get back to you within about 24 hours whenever possible. And of course, finally, there's the link to Zoom, which you'll have to download and use in order to come to our virtual office hours and our virtual reviews. So I'll pick this up, go over the syllabus, talk about the course requirements, etc. in the next lecture module.